What up, everybody? We are finally back after 3 weeks of no shows. I think it was 3 weeks, Mike. We
2
didn't
weeks.
do. I thought we didn't do shows the week before Spain, and then we didn't do any Spain, and then we didn't do it the week we came back. But either
The week
fucking
that
way,
we
we're
left
back.
for Spain, we didn't do
Yeah.
shows.
So we are back. I'm so excited to be back on the air here. We're going to talk about the Marbella Spain card. It's going to be phenomenal. We got people already in the comments section. Shout out to everybody that's there. Big Ben, Dylan, Rick Caruso, Swervo, Joe Ivy. What up? Over on Instagram, we got our new friend George Marks.
George,
We got our
what's
new
up,
friend
George?
We got Tommy Stridham, Vinny,
This
Jamie
is what I was doing
Hinshaw,
last time I was
Mario.
with George.
Cutman G. Yep. So
That was
Mike
me.
was definitely showing off his dance moves in Marbella, Spain. Before we do this, Mike, why don't we just shout our sponsors out, because we only got 2 right now. We're going to go back to maybe 3 in a second. But Mike, you can start off with these beautiful people right here.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hold on, guys. Let me get ready. Putting a lot of pressure on me, Kyle. Dynamic Life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. That's 20. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV Dynamic on Instagram. There you go, Kyle.
Dude, was that a new Yuck It Up voice?
Yeah, that was a new one. That was a new test. That was a test voice.
That was new. Everybody, shout out to the Rasha. Our sponsors, the
man.
Rasha, are the absolute shit.
Oh, my God.
They made the whole trip, pretty much the whole trip, possible for Mike and I to get out to Marbella.
They made the whole trip.
Dude, the Rasha is designed to elevate your mindset to an elite, high impact, high performance championship level. And I need you to go over to www.therasha.com and you need to check them out. And if you can't, get over to Instagram, go to @RashaRevolution and check them out there. Shout out to Jer, shout out to Jules, and thank you so much to the Rasha for helping us out. We got them on our chest here. We'll talk a little bit about the VIP parties that they threw on the after parties. Phenomenal. But Mike, we have a guest already ready to come right in here, and if you want, we can get this beautiful son of a bitch on here. He put on an absolute instant classic in Marbella, Spain.
Oh, did he?
Phenomenal is not, you can't even describe it. I'm going to tell you right now, Mike, why don't you go ahead and bring him in?
Undescribable, indescribable. When we come back, we will be joined by the one and only Tony Loco Soto.
Hey, you gotta do the song called Keep Watching. Bust it on your head. You go real? Yeah. Heard in my Thailand, but it's really good. Going back my killing. Yeah. But you fucking with you, nigga. I'm coming through.
There he is. There he is.
Look at that. 100%.
Mook of the night.
The Mook of the night goes to Tony Loco Soto. What's going on, dude?
Chilling, man. I trained a little bit today. Taught. Just chilling right now. We're laying in bed. Fucking just killing it, man. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
Listen,
Doing
dude.
Good.
Can I just
still living off of that Spain trip, man? Still living off.
I want to tell you what Mike and I were going through while your nipples were in the ring.
Over there.
Oh, man. So listen, Tony, I've been trying to tell people about your fight, right? And you were being booed on your way to the ring. The crowd, I heard some people calling this a Rocky II type fight with Apollo and Rocky fighting it out to the end. But I felt, even though you didn't get the dub like the Rocky did, but it was more of a Rocky IV moment for me, because Mike and I were standing in the crowd. We're listening to them boo you at the beginning of the fight. as the fight moves on, all of a sudden we're starting to hear some loco cheers in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the fourth round comes around and you put an onslaught on this dude like we've never seen before. You throw 90 something punches in one round, land 70 something of them, and all of a sudden people are chanting loco in the crowd.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
cool.
the fucking crowd is split down the middle in the fifth round and everybody's on their feet losing their fucking mind. Can you even like put into words like what the hell was what that experience was like for a guy like yourself?
Like nobody believes me when I say this. It just felt like a really hard sparring match, man. Like I'm just being honest. Like, um, the fight wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It was their fucking ring was slippery as fuck. Um, I make no excuses, but I thought I did enough to win. They counted a fucking knockdown. That was a slip. We all clearly seen it was a fucking slip.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
It
hard.
definitely was.
Yeah, it was a slip, dude. I was fucking that dude up, and he stepped on my foot while he was going back, and he clubbed me. It's in slow motion, dude. Like it's on BKFC. It's on the fucking
Yeah.
app. It's everywhere, bro. Like how is that a knockdown? Like I was like, what? Um,
That's
it's
why I
just a
wish they
hard. It's
used the
just a hard
replay.
pill for me to swallow. I've never lost as a professional. I'm a man. I'm not gonna sit here and go and complain and blah blah blah. And I make no excuses. It is what it is, man. The guy got the dub, but at the end of the day, he may have won the battle, but I won the war. I made his fans my fans. Like all those people out there didn't know who I was, and now I'm getting messages left and right. When am I coming back? All types of deals they want me to sign out there. Um, me and Franco, we had a conversation, a professional conversation between me and him, and he agrees and I agrees, and we want an immediate rematch.
I
And I
love that.
think that's the right way to go with this because he cannot feel like a true champion because truthfully, I don't feel like he won. And to be the champion, you have to be on top of your game. You have to be that motherfucker. And I felt like that night I was that motherfucker. I got rocked I wouldn't say rocked. He punched me in the fucking neck in the first round, which was beautiful, by the way. I loved it. It was gorgeous. Okay. It was great placement. I have a chin of steel. If you don't know it, you should know it by now.
You proved
Right?
it, yeah.
This motherfucker hit me in the neck, and when I got up, if you replay it, read my lips. I said, "This motherfucker." I was like, read my lips. I said, "This mother,"
This
and I
motherfucker.
smiled at him, and I think it fucked him up a little bit. He was like, "Oh shit!" And then from there on, I just turned it the fuck up. I was like, "Okay, we can play. We can play a little patty cake." I keep breaking records, man. Like, if you look at it, like in any professional fight, the average is like 30 to 40 punches per round. I was throwing over 70 something each round. I
You
threw
were.
94 in the fifth.
So I wanted to tell you that, Tony, and I agree with you that it was a slip in the third. That was clear. It was clear on the replay, and it's unfortunate that they can't go to instant replay in something like that
Like pull
because
it out. Yeah.
that would have been turned over to a slip, and you would have won the fight. Even if that was a knockdown, the only rounds that he would have taken were 1 and 3 because of the knockdowns. You 10-8'd him in the second, and you clearly won the fourth and the fifth. So Mike, and 90% of that arena thought that it was a straight up draw across the board. And when there was
Yeah.
a long pause, we were all thinking that this is BKFC. We're going to a 6. This is an absolute 6.
Dr. Muzi came up and asked me, "Hey, are Soto able to do a sixth round?" I looked, I said, "A sixth round? What the fuck is a sixth round? What the fuck?" My adrenaline's peaking. I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "I ain't doing another sixth round." I go, "Wait." I was like, "Oh, whoa. Yeah. Let's do it. I start screaming, yeah. So Mizzy turns around. I was like, "All right, cool." So they're going to his corner. So I'm preparing myself mentally. Okay, we're going to have a sixth round. Let's get it. And then the decisions are in. I'm like, wait, what? I think because the homeboy couldn't open up his eyes, I think they were like, "Nah, fuck it.
That's unfortunate because, I mean, the event was spectacular. Like from start to finish, the venue, the fireworks, the lights, the everything, the energy, the red carpet, the suits. It was just something I've never seen anything like this. And then to cap the event with a all-time great fight like you guys just had, man, a 6th round would have just been the cherry on top of the fucking cherry. You know what I mean? Like you guys were the cherry on top already. it would have just been that
Bro,
much sweeter.
yeah,
But
honestly, it would have been great. I think we both would have had to dig deep, but I feel like I would have took it, man. Like I have something in me that's just not gonna stop. You guys see it, man. Like, fucking that fucking asshole Nate Shook said a while ago. He goes, "Oh yeah, Tony's never been hit." Blah blah blah. I've heard that, motherfucker. I've been hit by everything. I was in a fucking, like I said, I don't make any excuses, bro. That's not my style. But I was in a head-on collision a week and a half before my fight, bro. Still pull up to the
Yep,
fight.
that's right.
I got cut over the eye. What was it? 4 weeks before my fight. I don't know if you seen a picture I posted on my story. I got a fucking gash over my eye. All
your
these
leg,
things.
your leg got a little tore up too in the car
My
accident, right?
fucking knee is
Yes.
my knee is gone, dude. My shit is trashed. I pushed through. I'm making no excuses. I have just a strong mind, bro. Like I push myself because I know I'm destined for greatness, and I feel like it's just me being tested, and as long as I fucking have God on my side, bro, like I feel like I can overcome anything, man. Like,
I think it's as long as you have Lady Rain on your side.
yeah,
See,
she's right here. Get on
I
my
think that
fucking
that
nerves
is
right
what it
now.
is, right?
Get on my fucking nerves. She needs to fuck off right now. She's trying to get the fuck off me. Don't
That's what
fucking
it
touch
is,
me.
right?
Oh,
Thank you. See?
no,
You know what
she's
she
out here
saw? She saw you flashing your nipples on the internet, and she
No,
got a
she's
little,
fucking
little
dusting
hot.
off the fucking bed. Listen, woman, go do the dishes.
You know that reminded me of? You ever
He
see
can
Ford
flash the
Fairlane?
nips, but it's 2 for 5.
2 for 5.
That reminded me of Ford Fairlane. Remember Andrew Dice Clay, Ford
Oh,
Fairlane? Have you ever
yeah,
seen that?
yeah.
And he's sleeping in bed with like two twins, and as soon as the alarm goes off, he opens his eyes. The first thing he
Make
goes,
my
"Do my dishes."
do my do my
Like the
dishes.
Hilarious.
Do my
But
dishes.
I honestly can say, like, I've gotten some crazy messages from like UFC fighters, Bellator fighters, fucking one
Good.
championship, people thanking me, saying, man, that fight really inspired them. And and it's crazy. Maybe I'll never see it. And that's the thing about me. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm humble. I don't know if it's maybe because I don't see it. But I'm not satisfied with anything that I do because I feel like I'm not where I want to be at. And I think I'll never be satisfied. I don't, oh, you're fighting in this bullfight arena. I'm like, none of that shit matters, man. None of it matters to me. Like, I just want to fight and put on good shows and just cause mayhem. Like, I don't know, bro. Like,
Dude.
That's what makes you you, and that's what makes you good is because you're not satisfied. Because if you were satisfied, and you do see this in a lot of people too, even the fighters that are really good, if they reach a certain level, it's almost like they fulfilled their destiny, their dream. They get the
yeah.
belt, they do this, they that, and then it's not that they fall off, but it's just like, what do I do now?
Mhm.
I've done what I wanted to do. So I feel like you strive for that constantly, and that's what makes you
Yeah.
good.
And like,
Dude,
go ahead, brother.
Tony, people don't know your background story. And I think that now that you had this like legendary spotlight fight, finally, like, I think they should really spotlight you a little more because, like, I asked you that question at the press conference and I said, 3 years ago, you said you weren't going to do this shit. Now you're 6-0 fighting for a title. And, what does this mean to a guy a Brooklyn kid that used to be a pro skateboarder? Now you're doing this. Someone come up to me at the press conference. They're like, "Are you a pro skateboarder?" To me. And I was like, "No, I was asking Tony." And they're like, "He was a skateboarder?" I'm like, "Tony you guys have no fucking idea how tough this guy is." I said, "Let me tell you something, man. I don't care how hard Franco Tenaglia hits. He doesn't fucking hit as hard as concrete falling off
That's
the
a
top of a
fact.
fucking tractor trailer truck. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
Paul, you sent me that video where you like hit a gap and you landed on the top of that trailer. You fell like 15 feet down, smack your face on the concrete, and you fucking stood right up with your skateboard and kept on moving. I'm like, how's a fist gonna hurt this fucking guy? You know what I mean? Like, you got a backstory, and I think that now, like, worldwide people are starting to recognize you. I think it's time to tell that story.
It'll probably still never get heard, like some people just don't want to see people win, and I'm okay with that. And I feel like, it's like they want me to be this villain. I feel like they want me to be a villain, and I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna keep being me, man. Whether you like me or love me, you're still gonna watch me. I'm gonna here to put on shows. I'm not gonna shy away from anybody. I'm not scared of anybody. I don't give a fuck about Connor, David, none of these motherfuckers, bro. I'm here to fight. Put money in my pocket. I'll put fucking people in your stands. I'll put views in your fucking in your insights. Just fucking put money in my pocket and I'll do my job. You do your job, I do my job. That's it.
Fucking love it. So this rematch, we don't want to keep you all night, Tony, but the rematch has to happen, right? It
The
should have
rematch
went to
has to happen. It makes no
has to
sense.
happen.
It
Should have
makes
went
no
to a
sense.
6. So where do you want this to happen? Do you want this to happen stateside? I mean, he is the champ now. Do you want to do it in Italy next March, or do you want it in Philly? Would you do it in Philly in
Bro,
January? Where are
I
you
could
trying to do
fight.
this?
I could fight fucking this Saturday, bro. Let's go. I'm down, bro. Like I'm literally 100%.
I don't think
Like
he can fight this
I'll
Saturday.
fight the motherfucking next Saturday. Where's that? Montana. We get some steaks. I'm good to go. I know he's probably still healing up. You know the body
This
probably hurt.
weekend,
I'm down.
Denver.
I'm down. My weight's still. I'm like 167 right now. I've been eating clean still. I'm not going crazy, bro. Like I'm so I don't know how to put it. Like people will be upset. People will be mad. I'm not. It's a hard pill to swallow, right? That I lost, right? But I feel like I'm so more focused and I feel so much more like angry. I'm just so angry at the point that like I let it happen. So I'm gonna be obsessed with the fact that I'm gonna get this win. So I don't care if it's in fucking China, if it's in South Africa, if it's in Australia. This motherfucker is gonna get these hands and I'm gonna finish him. This not going all 5 rounds. I put that shit on God, bro. I promise you, I'm finishing him. That's it. It's over. And personally, I heard about a card in Madrid in March. I'm down. I'm 100% down.
Yes, we did hear about that also.
In a Coliseum too. So you know what? You guys can just top the last one with an even better fight in a Coliseum this time. Slice,
in
dice,
Italy.
done.
But listen, and I'll leave you guys with this. Like me personally, with Franco, I have nothing bad to say about the guy. The guy's a warrior. He's a fucking he's a fucking stand-up guy. I mean, I loved the fact that we could go in there, fucking bleed, and then go backstage and fucking chop it up. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. That's business. You know, at the end of the day, I respect any man that goes in there with me and goes to war. You know, any other man that would have take body shot that was like a fucking cannon like that and get back up, I respect him. He earned my respect. I wrote a post. Respect is earned, is not given. He got my respect, but he also has something that's mine, and I need it. I need to get that. Okay, it makes sense for the fans. It makes sense in general. It's a great business move. I just hope, you know, this fight happens soon because I'm not trying to wait another year. I waited 1 whole year just to fight. And I went in there with no ring rust, no excuses, bro. I went out there and I put on a show for you guys, bro.
Absolutely. Big Ben in
Well,
the
it was
comment section
fantastic.
said it perfectly. He said nothing to be mad about here. 95% of the BKFC world thinks you won. And I can't disagree with that. And I will say this, and I'll leave you with this, Tony. I was talking to a few people about this, and they were talking about the two of you guys in the fight, and like at the end of the fight, neither one of you guys could go, and they don't know because they weren't there. And I said, you know what I could tell you is when that fight was over, there was one competitor from that main event that was out shaking hands and taking pictures with people, and the other one was gone. The other one had the belt and he was gone, and he was much more worse for the wear than this guy right here that we're talking to. Tony was out there meeting his new fans, taking pictures, and I gotta say, like, that right there proves that you were the fresher man coming out of that ring. I think it was the best fight I think I've ever seen in my life live.
Thank you.
The
It was
energy,
insane.
the
It
energy
was
in
insane.
that building was nothing like I've ever felt in my entire life, and I just wanted to thank you for that, Tony. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was
man. I
fucking
appreciate it,
awesome.
man. You know, like if there's one thing I can say, guys, whether you take it, put it in your back pocket and save it for later. I promise you guys, anytime I fight, I'm not gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go out there and give it everything I have. This is all I have now. This is my life. You know, like this is it for me. Like I want to go out there and make sure that when people say my name, like they're like, oh yeah, that's that motherfucker, bro. He was always down to fight. He always went out there and gave it his all. And I made a promise to the fans, and I'm gonna always keep my promises.
Fucking awesome, dude.
That's what we love about you, Tony. That's what we love.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey,
And I gotta deal with this fucking mook right here. Yeah, you fuck it. Get
All
the
right.
fuck out. Yeah.
Yes.
You gonna get me ready for the next one,
Yes.
motherfucker? Ah, so
Bonus
look at
rounds.
that.
Bonus rounds. If you
Thanks,
guys
Tony.
stick
Mike,
around
you got
later on,
anything
you'll
else?
be able. If you subscribe to Mike and Mish and stick around, you'll be able to see Loco Soto versus Lady Wayne after the show on our bonus content.
Bare knuckle
It's
white.
All
not.
right.
It's not even a verse. It's more of a fucking assault. I'm the salty.
Yeah.
She's the salty.
Yeah, you better run. You're in trouble. I can tell.
And listen, I appreciate you guys. And Mikey, what is it? Kyle, guess what, pal?
What's up?
The whole time you're out there, they didn't fucking interview me, you cocksucker. I don't think I didn't catch on to that, all right?
Damn
Yeah.
it. God
The
damn it.
whole fucking time you out there, you didn't come up to me and say, hey,
waiting for
Daddy
it.
Soto, come here. Let me
Yep.
talk to you, Poppy.
I know.
Come
You know
here,
what?
Poppy.
There's a number of people too that it's so funny because we talked to a bunch of people like heading out there, and then when we were there, we did talk to a lot of like European fighters, which was kind of our goal because we never talked to European
For
fighters
sure,
ever.
yeah.
And then like we came back and we're like, oh, we didn't talk to Soto, we didn't talk to
nah,
Trout,
listen,
we
I
didn't
get
talk
it,
to
I
Mick
get it.
We didn't
Terrell.
talk to
guys-
Trout. We didn't talk to Terrell. We didn't
Yeah.
talk to a lot of people, dude. And
Listen,
I apologize,
listen,
but we
nah,
did
it's
do
not apologize.
24 fucking interviews.
We get it.
I do feel like I don't. And when you guys are there, I don't want to fucking bother you. You're
Yeah.
in war mode. After the fight, I would have absolutely done an interview with you. But after your fight, the main event, it's so hard to get an interview with the main event fighter at any event because after the event's over, there's usually a press conference and there's usually all kinds of shit. This time there was a goddamn exhibit
was
and
nothing. There
Kodak
was the
Black
exhibit
concert going on. So
But now, if
I
there's
did get a
one
hug
thing,
though from you.
if
That was
there's
good.
one thing
I
I
like
could
that.
say, I would love to get drug tested on the next fight. Just putting that out there.
Drug
Okay.
test.
Just putting that out there. You know, I'm 100% clean. I've been clean. I eat clean. Everything I drink is clean. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, I think that's definitely something that should be looked into and definitely something that should be happening. You know, we're all athletes at the top of our game, but I feel like there is certain people that do certain things that they shouldn't do. And I think we should definitely crack down on that because there's definitely the real ones and then there's the modified ones. So I'll leave it at that.
Tony,
Okay.
you, in the words of Nick Sampson, you are a stud. Fucking thank you for the fight. Thank you for coming on and talking about it with us a little bit tonight. You have fans on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and a new friend of ours over here who was a huge fan of yours, Malcolm Baez. Did you meet the young Malcolm Baez?
Oh,
out
yeah,
there?
I know, Mark. He's a good dude. Good young man. Yeah.
He says, "Shout out, let's go, Tony." So
That's
Shout
my guy.
out, shout
Let's go,
out,
boy.
Let's go,
I appreciate
boy.
you guys. Listen,
Hell yeah, man.
I'll leave you guys with one thing. Listen, you know, if this could reach any kids out there, anybody, you know, I've had a couple fighters reach out to me, but listen, you know, just keep reaching for your dreams, keep training, keep staying focused. You know, life's gonna hit you hard, but I'm gonna tell you right now, hit that motherfucker harder, bro, and keep pushing. Much love to you guys.
And stay in
Yes, sir.
school.
And
Thank
stay
you.
in
Yeah.
fucking school.
Stay in school, baby. When we come back, the redneck joins us.
Peace out, boys.
Later, Tony.
later, Tony.
Got him! Got him!
Look at you over there creeping in the background, Dave Mundell. What
I
up,
see.
dude?
I
It's gonna
see
be hard
you.
to
I
follow up
saw.
with that interview.
I saw that. I was watching those freaking videos, and I was like, "Oh, I remember during the concert at some point, Mundell came up and said hi." And I'm rewatching it, and I did not catch you do this when I recorded you the first. Like when I was there live, did not see that. I saw it when I was doing the edit, and I started laughing. I was rewinding and laughing. I was like, I have to do something with this. So
You're
there you
either
go.
getting
Kyle
that or
didn't
the
see that
bird
till
now.
now.
There it is. Dave Mundell, you went out there. You are now the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. You proved it once again. You just keep on rolling. No offense to Danny Christie, you made it look easy. Once again, you made it look easy. I mean, are you getting better or are you just coming in like is it?
I'm always grinding, man. I don't do anything else. You know, I don't party. I don't drink. You know, I live for this shit. And I'm always in the gym. I'm always lifting weights. I'm always just working out. This is what I love to do. If I'm not fighting, I'm fishing. And I ain't been doing a lot of fishing lately. So we just doing our thing.
Well, Papa G's in the comments saying all work is easy work. You guys been saying that shit for a long time. And like, I just can't get over the fact that every time you go out there, you seem to get a little bit better. And I can't imagine what the next one's going to be. And you called it.
We understand the sweet science behind it, man.
Right.
We got a bunch
You
of
got understanding the sweet science of this sport. That's the thing. It's like there's a sweet science of boxing, but like you guys have obviously figured out the sweet science of bare knuckle.
We're taking the best parts of boxing and we're implementing it in our BKFC. So we know what's going on.
It was crazy. Let's just briefly talk about the fight, because the fight you made kind of quick work of Danny Christie. He's super tough. He has a resume on him, and a lot of people thought that of the three featured fights, the three title fights, yours would be the banger of the three because it's Danny the Bastard Christie. But it wasn't that case. It was the quickest one. I mean, what did you expect out of Danny Christie when you stepped in there?
That's exactly what I expected. I was like I said during our other interview, I was kind of mad I didn't get him out of there in the first. I was trying, and then I had to slow it down a little bit, and then just pick my shots in the second round. But I'm not the hardest puncher. I always say that either Brandon Allen or Jared Warren, them motherfuckers hit hard as hell. But I'm very precise, you know, and I'm very good at doing what I do as far as like pulling hands and setting the shots up, and I know what I'm looking for when I'm in there, so I can get from A to B pretty fast. And so that fight went exactly how I knew it was going to. I just feel like there's a huge difference in levels between us over here in Florida and over there in the UK, and I'm willing to put that up against anybody.
What do you think that is? What do you think it is? What do you really think it is?
Right now, man, it's just the amount of people, the amount of killers we have here. I mean, especially my gym, we could put everyone on the map, you know, so it's good enough there. But I mean, a lot of people have to travel around state to state, find camps, they go somewhere. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I went out to Vegas, but that was just to go hang out with my buddy, Frankie, my mitt coach, you know, and his family moved out there and he was staying behind to help me out with my camp. So he wanted to go visit him. So we were going to go out there and train. We got to move around with some people over there. It was a good time, but right here in Florida, man, it's everything you need is right here.
Is the gym okay? Did it take any damage from the hurricane?
No, our gym here is fine.
Is it? Okay. I know you train at a couple different places. Any of the gyms you train in take any damage? Or are you all good?
The gyms and all the you know, all those places are pretty good. But like I said, I mean, we have some friends that lost a lot of stuff, and it's hard, man. And then I've been back, and I didn't even take any time off of work. The day I got back, I went right back. You know, I was just trying to help people out, get their power back on. You know, a lot of risers are down right now, so we're doing a lot of that, and it's just nuts. People lost a lot.
We know that Jared and Crystal took some damage, and they're recouping. Any word on them? Are they doing all right?
I talked with Jared a little bit the other day. I was helping him out with some stuff, and then they seem to be in good spirits about everything, but they definitely took a hit. That's for sure.
Well, hopefully they get back on their feet and they get back in the ring and they can showcase their talents a little bit, get a little money, and put it towards their recovery. But dude, you were just in Marbella, Spain.
Yes,
Mike,
Yeah.
You guys are out there.
Dude.
I'm glad you guys made it.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was
we made it out there, all right. And I gotta tell you, dude, Marbella, Spain, for anybody who's watching right now, you gotta try to get out there at some point. That was a beautiful area of the world, would you say?
It was amazing. I mean, everything. There's no fat people there. Like everything,
dude.
all the food's
my
so good
God,
for you.
I cannot
Everything
believe
was
you
good.
just said that.
I'm so glad he just said that. Mike, what did we say? Did they kill the egg, the fats?
Okay, so we're sitting at breakfast. We're sitting at breakfast like the fourth day, maybe that we're there, third day, and we're sitting at breakfast, right? And like, you know, we've been to a bunch of places already, so we're sitting there, and The waitress comes up and she's good looking. And so is everybody else. Even like the worst the worst looking person in the building was good looking. You know what I'm saying? So like
It's
so we're
that
sitting there
food
and then
quality, man.
these people drove up in this beautiful car and this woman gets out and she's like a model, okay? And she's with this guy and they're both dressed up for breakfast. Like it looks like they're going out to fucking some crazy place 5-star dinner, you know? So okay, so they sit down, they're eating. And then there's someone else and like Kyle, like he's like, dude, what the hell is going on around here? He's like, is there any ugly people around here? Like, and so like we're looking around and I was like, well, that guy over there is probably the ugliest guy and he's not even ugly. I was like, everybody's dressed nice for breakfast. I don't understand this. Like everybody looks good. I was like, and I don't see a person overweight anywhere, not one.
I
was
said I
insane.
think they
was like,
kill
I
the
don't
uglies.
understand this.
That's what I said. I'm pretty sure they kill the uglies around
Listen,
here, man.
they focus
no
on
offense to
food
the
and
uglies, but
naps.
I wouldn't be alive there.
Yeah, naps. The siesta, the afternoon siesta is something
Yes.
else. And like
I was
what
confused.
we're talking about there is, I think it's 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock every afternoon. Like everything kind of shuts down and everyone goes and takes a fucking nap, right?
That's when we go out to get something to eat and everything's closed. I was like, how is McDonald's closed at 5? Right? We're walking down the street. I'm like, McDonald's.
But even their
is closed at
McDonald's
5?
has healthy stuff. I mean, I didn't eat there, but like I was just listening to people like the stuff they're not allowed to put in their food, and that's the secret: good food and naps. We'll all be healthy.
It was weird.
And like nightlife out there goes till like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Listen, the one place we went somewhere, forget when, had a guy named Benji walking us around, giving us a tour. He was a real cool dude we met down there.
We met him, didn't we?
Okay, there you go. So he
you brought him right to the party?
That didn't even open up until 1 and didn't close until 7. I was like, what? It's nuts.
Crazy. But when you think about it, when you do take a 2-hour nap in the afternoon and you're just getting yourself back together, you don't eat dinner till fucking 10 o'clock at night, and then you go
when
out.
Everyone was rolling in for stuff, but it was great for me. I mean, after the fight, I was able to get some food, and we went out and went all to all the other after parties. I went and checked out a little bit of everything and went back and still was able to eat some more because we all know I'm a fat ass and I got to eat some food. I've been so strict for so long.
You came out to the Rasha house. You came out to the Rasha house. Shout out to our sponsor, the Rasha.
Dude.
Jerry's the man. That guy's the fucking best. And that house was really something, huh?
It was the overlook, man, and the pool and everything. It was a sweet little place.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Like absolutely incredible. I've never been to a place quite like that. And for people that are listening, I actually have some videos and I have some, I could probably bring them up later on and play some of it, but we were in a $25 million mansion way up on a hill overlooking Marbella like I would stay out on that patio deck pool area all day long. I would be out there all the time. It was insane. I have a picture of us together
went back.
on it.
I don't know if someone's got a picture, but I should have went back during the day. I wonder what it looked like during the day too. Night was pretty cool because all you can see is all the lights out there.
I don't think I was there during the day at all, to be honest.
No, we weren't. We weren't there.
We were there every night.
Yeah, it was something else.
Enough of that place.
Like you said, Dave. The scenery was great. The food was great. If you go down to Puerto Banus,
everyone just
down at the port where all the yachts and you walk down there and it's like Lambo, Bentley.
That's
Porsche.
where I went into Danny. We went out there and we were doing like an interview. We were walking through the streets and I had the belt and doing all like the PR stuff. And I would get stopped every like 2 feet for a picture, and it was crazy. It was a good time though. And then
it's a whole nother world, man.
It is. It is.
Wild. So now, we don't want to keep you all night because we're gonna talk about Marbella and we're gonna talk to Austin Trout after you. We got all three of you, the main eventers, Team America, on tonight.
Badass shows.
What's next for you? I mean, you called for Mike Perry. We heard a few things. Like Mike Perry might be busy.
No, you see what he just posted though? Because I had made that comment. Like he's like, "Well, I'll fight you at 85." I'm like, I don't give a fuck what weight. I'll beat you up anywhere.
Wait a second. So he responded to you,
asking BKFC to send the contract. I'm like, do it, dog. I'll whoop
Really?
your ass. I'm ready whenever. Like.
This just happened.
You guys say something about Philly. Like, I know I wasn't the original guy in talks for him to fight, like, whatever. But I think we got some headway here. We got people talking about it. Connor wants it. Dave said he wants it. if they don't find the dude to fight him, I'll step right up in there and whoop his ass.
How awesome is this? That like about a year ago, maybe even 6 months ago, you wanted this fight. You wanted the fight so bad, and it just seemed like it was never gonna fucking happen. We talked about it out at Knucklemania out in LA. You and I were talking about it. You brought the platinum belt out there to try to lure him in even more. He's not biting. You guys get into a little argument in the press conference. The security guard makes you leave, which we all agree was fucking retarded. Sorry for saying retard, but it was. I said it twice.
I got mad.
It was fucking stupid.
Hush me for so long, I mean, everyone knows. Like I'm like I don't really promote myself the best. I'm doing better with it now. I'm trying to get out there a little bit more, but I never cared about the social media shit. I just like to fight, so I go out there and I'm good at what I do. And of course, so when I said it, everyone's like, whatever. It's just some other guy running his mouth. But now I keep knocking all these fuckers out. And now Connor's mentioning my name. Oh shit, this guy wasn't lying the whole time. He's being serious. Dude. Like 100%. Put me in there with Mike, and that bitch is going to bed.
I mean, how awesome is that though? Because it did seem like it was starting to get away, right? It seemed like it was like almost a lost cause at one point. Like, God damn it, I can only call this guy out so many times. It's never
and we were
pushing
it too, and it felt like we were dragging.
And
it
now
out
all of a sudden, boom! You go out there. Now you just keep running through everybody, and Connor's on board now. And now that changes fucking everything. It changes everything, and the Conor McGregor effect is in full effect here. We felt it out in Marbella, and I think there's just like big things to come. And wow, dude, I didn't see that. I didn't see the post, but I hope that something there.
Yeah, like I said before, I knew I was eventually going to fight Mike one day. Like I knew it was gonna happen. I just obviously trying to like speed up the tracks, and it sucks that someone like him has so much damn clout anyways. Like it's just retarded to me because he can't even box. Like that was proven, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna go in there and beat up Paul." I'm like, he can't box. He's got gloves on. He's crippled. You just handicapped him because now he doesn't have the bare knuckles to help him out. He's coming in there, he don't move his head like. It's just
he gets hit a lot.
It's sad, but whatever. At the end of the day, he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna have to see me, and it's speeding up a little bit now, and I think it's getting to him. That's why y'all see him go out and get that DUI the other night. He's stressing hard.
I wonder what comes out of that.
You got the DUI because he had to fight you.
That's what happened.
Is that what you're saying?
I love it, dude. But if it's not Mike, I do think now I really believe that this might get made, and I am fucking excited about this.
Outside of that, like that's the main question is who else?
Yeah,
is there?
Outside of that, what is there?
There's a bunch of guys obviously saying my name because it's their job to. If they don't do that, they're not gonna grow. It's what they're supposed to do. So those guys who are 3-0, or they have one loss and like 4 fights, or they have a lot of fights, but they're either upside down or like 4-3. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense for them to get the shot when you got somebody who's right there, undefeated, right? And is supposed to be the best in the world. Why the fuck don't he have the title then? I'll tell you why, because he ain't the best. But
look at you and your buddy there. Look at you and your new friend.
Kodak Black. I got a video of you walking up to him too, which is pretty cool because there's like smoke. All the smoke is like on the stage still, and you're walking with the belt on your back, and you walk up to him.
Kodak Black.
Yeah, that was fucking great, man. Yeah, I mean, you're making sense. Like Dave, Sanchez, Donald Sanchez has been saying your name a lot, and he's doing his job.
And yeah, that's the thing is they got to do the same shit that I had to do, or the same shit that I got to do to get the fight with Mike. I'm the big guy for them. Like they should have to do all their fight somebody in the fucking weight class, make weight, and then win all of them get a little streak going, and significantly, not decisions. Like fucking knock people out. But whatever.
Hey, look, we got a UK fighter in the comment section. We got Jono Chip Chase in the comment section. He says, "Good to meet you in Marbella, Dave. But there are some UK boys that'll beat you, that'll beat the US."
Welcome all the challenges.
And then he says, "Give me Papa G. Respect."
Yes, there we go. That would be a great fight right there. Oh my God. Papa
you don't hear
G,
a lot of people
Chip
asking
Chase,
for
come
Papa
on.
G's. They're your teammate there. Let's go. Let's make
You
that one.
You know what the funniest thing
That's
about
a good
all
fight.
this is I'm making all this noise and doing all this shit. And I got a full-time job. I got a main priority. This is what I do for fun. Like y'all imagine what I would be like when I'm only fighting. It'd be a whole other day. And they already can't. No one's even made me like show my complete skill set. Like you guys barely scratch the surface of what I actually can do. You know.
Do you think that time's coming? Do you think you're gonna have a moment soon where you don't have to work and you can just do this full time? You feel it coming?
Absolutely. I don't see why it wouldn't. And even right now, it's just kind of hard. It's like a family-owned business. You know, it's me and my stepdad. It's just me and him. We're out there and we're doing it all. So it's kind of also that and a little bit of a routine thing for me. Doing the same stuff every day just kind of keeps me on track. So it works for now. But eventually, when I'm going to have to do even more, like I'm going to have to train morning and night, you know, stuff like that, I need time to make sure that I can get to, you know, whatever recovery session that I'm supposed to do, or if I have, you know, chiropractor, massage, whatever. Like I got to make sure that I'm healing properly. I can't not go because of work, because this is now it's priority. Then we'll make that happen. But
that really does, dude.
Now, and it's right there. It's right there. So, I mean, it's just gonna be. It's up to me at this point.
That really does. When you say it, like, I mean, the fact that you are you 9-1 now? 9-1?
Yeah.
You should be 10-0.
10-0.
By the way, you should be 10-0.
And every time they ask me the little piece of papers and stuff, I always tell them 10-0. I would say they figure it out and they say the correct record. I don't know why they always got to ask me then, but
I've said this a million times on the show, and I'll say it again since you're here right now. Anybody that's watching this show right now, what we're talking about is his fight with Hector Lombard. You did not lose that fight. I will go to the grave with that.
Yep.
It's fucking ridiculous.
John Sellers just said the same thing. He beat Lombard.
I outboxed him, you know, and it wasn't the most exciting fight when I was boxing, but I was winning. I also broke my hand at the very first exchange, fought him with just my lead hand the rest of the time. Somebody who's known to brawl, charge in and beat people up, couldn't get inside, didn't really want to get inside because every time he tried to, he'd get stuck in the face with a jab. And the only damage that I took was one when he hit me after the bell, and then 2 headbutts. That's it. But whatever. Yeah.
No, I will agree with you on that one. He won that one for sure. With one, and Jihad says with one hand he won that one. Unbelievable. I mean, you're on top of the world still, Dave. It's been a pleasure following you along this journey. Like I said to you, I think you messaged us or something like that, and you said, "Is this the first one you guys saw live?" Matter of fact, this is like the 5th one we've seen live.
Yeah, we've seen a lot.
I just feel like a lot of times I'd be like, "You guys come to the fight," you're like, "Nah, we're not making this one." I'm like,
"Yeah,
what?" Like I'm the most important ones.
No. Why are you not here?
No, we saw you beat Julian. We saw you beat Francisco. We saw you beat Dave Simpson. And now we saw you beat Danny Christie. So I think that's 4. We might have been at a 5th one too. So we've been riding, dude. Thank you so much for coming on here tonight.
I appreciate y'all having me.
It's been a pleasure, and I hope you get that Mike Perry. I'm going to have to go on because in the comment section, Noah Lee said, go check. Oh, no, and on Instagram over here, he says, look at Perry's Instagram post. So I don't know what the post is.
He's posting. He literally asked for the fight now.
Oh, like, God, that's music to my ears, my friend. Music. Yeah.
He's ready. I'm ready. There's no reason not to make this happen.
Fucking unbelievable. Before we let you go, do you have anything to say to your fans and your followers before we let you go?
Shout out to Full Blast. You know, they were a big sponsor. Jeff Meeks with the Real Man podcast. Those 2 guys helped me out a lot, you know, getting into the fight and stuff like that. You know, the camp was pretty extensive and flying over there and all that good stuff. So shout out to those guys. And everyone else who's just tuning in, you know, all my coaches, teammates, you guys, I love y'all.
Dave, might I before we let you go, and Mike will agree with me, you have a pretty impressive nutritionist.
She's definitely made a big difference. I go from blowing up in between camps and like really started focusing and getting down, and then obviously during the camp I was in the best shape ever. That was obviously had a lot to do with nutrition, also had a lot to do with I was training my ass off with my personal trainer. So the whole team Mundell Network just coming together and just really got a chance to show it.
Yeah. So she was Christine Faria's nutritionist first, I believe. I don't know if I saw her anywhere else, but I used to see her in videos and pictures getting Christine prepared. Yeah. And now how did you run in? Did you just run into her?
Did you say, I need a nutritionist? I didn't know she was working with any of them at the time. I have a guy who I train with named Chuck, who sent me to her saying that she would be able to help me with, you know, my weight management and all that. So it kind of started with that, and I would just do like a little bit here and there, and then this was the first time that I've been going full blast and having her throughout the year. Like I kept her since the last fight and just kind of keeping me on track.
Yeah.
Do you know who the first bare knuckle fighter she helped cut weight was? Do you guys know?
I don't.
Brandon Malo Lambert.
Oh yeah.
When he fought Jared Grant, I was talking to her and asking her about like how she got into working with BKFC fighters, and she said it was Malo. He needed to cut like 45 pounds in like some ridiculous like 6 weeks, 45 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, because he was in like the 180s or something like that. And he had to fight at
175.
So
yeah, 170. Yeah, he was way up there. It's crazy.
He cut from like 180 something to 135.
Yeah, that's impressive if he was, because he's already all over. I do like 215 to 175. So
it's too much.
Pounds.
It's crazy.
It is, but I don't want. That's what I was doing. I don't do that shit no more. That's why I had the easiest weight cut I've ever had. I didn't get to go to the later rounds to figure out if
We just lost you. We lost your.
I don't know.
Oh, there you are. You're back. You're back.
Yeah, you
got a text or something, and it cut your audio for a second.
There we go.
Anyways, Dave, congrats on the big win. Congrats on another title defense. And you are the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. It makes all the sense in the world for you to get that fight you've been asking for. And if he's talking about it, you're talking about it, Connor's talking about it, Dave's talking about it, might as well just fucking get the contract done and do it.
Do it.
Let's go.
Sign it.
Mike, you got anything else for Dave?
Listen, Dave, he's right. You're #1 pound for pound in the world. #1 pound for pound bare knuckle fighter in the whole motherfucking world, man. You're ahead of Mick Terrell, Arnold Adams, Austin Trout, Luis Palomino, Mike Perry, Houston Alexander is on there also, tied at 5th. Dude, you're #1. You can be #1 in the world, man.
It's always been that way. They're just now finding out.
So
good
9-1 should be 10-0. Thank you for coming on. It was what a damn week. Anybody wants to see some cool pictures too, go to Mundell's Instagram, because they went and did a couple of things that like I was looking at online, like what can we do around here? But we were just so busy the whole time we didn't get to do some of the things. But you guys went on like a hike and stuff on like the bridge and all that. Yeah. It's just amazing. The whole we got to go back there. It was amazing. Thank you for coming on. Austin Trout's not yet in the waiting room, so we're going to leave you with this. Malcolm Baez and HD Davis. We took a nice, funny video of them, so we'll put that on in 1 second. Thank you so much, Redneck Mundell. Till the next time, Dave. My friend.
Take it easy, bud.
Take care.
We are here, Marbella, Spain, with two young stars on the rise here, Malcolm Baez and Howard HD Davis. He's in the fighting. He's in the music. What the hell are you doing out here, Malcolm?
Come on. Look, my brother, first of all, shout out to Dan Chapman. I'm going to be walking out with him in the Marbella Arena. I just met HD. He's one of the coolest people ever at the press conference. I hope he gets to jump in the fucking ring and fuck some people up, honestly. Me too. Come on, man.
Howard HD Davis makes a living at 145 and 155, and he does really well there. What do you weigh?
What am I at? Oh, I got no fucking clue, but I'm a lightweight.
Are you a 145er? We could set something up.
I'm a 2 shots of tequila type of guy.
2 shots of tequila. I'm Malcolm Baez versus HD Davis. Go ahead and get a little face off here. What do you think of that?
Gas.
Malcolm, how does your night end if you were to step into the ring with HD Davis?
With HD? Shit, emergency room, bro. For him.
Oh,
for him.
And HD, he's in the music industry.
Yeah.
Can you freestyle rap for him right now?
All right, yeah. We on Mike and Mish, yeah. We at this place, yeah. We about to have the best dish, big. Yeah.
Come on, HD.
There we go. Hey,
yo, get me as your next walkout, bro.
Oh, got you.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
There you go.
Camera. Let's get it.
Shout out, my brother. We Marbella.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Good times were had. Good times were had.
Good times
So
were
many
had.
videos.
I've been trying to find whatever Instagram post that they're talking about, and I don't know which one
I
they're
was
talking.
looking for it too, so because I was gonna share it here. I can do like a screen share, but I can't find it. I don't know exactly where it is. I don't know if it's in his story, so I'm looking through it right now, kind of just perusing. And I see some dirty boxing, some bucked up stuff. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Is this it? Cutting weight sucks. Platinum Mike Perry instead of 185. How's 205 sound? Aha. At bare knuckle, offer me the title fight so I can knock this redneck out again. I see it. Here it is. Here it is. Hold on here. Let's do this.
You found
Let's
it.
bring this up. I'll bring it up. I'll do a little screen share, some screen share shit right now for you, and we'll take a look at it.
Is it on his story?
It is on his story. Yep.
Okay. Dude, this makes me so happy that they're actually going to fight, because I do believe it'll be a fucking awesome fight. It will be, because Perry is a fucking scrapper, and he hasn't given anybody any reason to think that it won't be a good fight. And Dave Mundell just keeps getting better every single time he goes out there. He's number one pound for pound for a reason. What he did to Danny Christie last week was just fucking insane. You know what I mean? He made it look real easy. So unbelievable, dude.
So here we go. Let me go back to it. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Cutting weight sucks. Platinum Mike Perry instead of 185. How's 205 sound? Oh, Redneck wrote that.
Yeah, he wrote that. Yep.
Okay.
So that was it right there. That's it. That's the first. That's the first time that we've actually gotten him basically saying that he wants to fight Mundell again. Because the whole time it's always been, I already beat you twice in MMA. I'm not going to fight you again. And then the excuse, not an excuse, but you know what I mean? It was basically
The reason.
the reason why was Mike Perry. We all know he's very popular. So he came in there, he fights Julian Lane, he wins. It's a cool fight, cool pictures of him spitting out blood, like that whole thing. Every single fight, he's just going up, up, up. And Mundell wasn't the most popular fighter, right? Not a lot of people know him. However, now fast forward to Marbella, now he's blown up because he put on a super impressive performance that we've already seen many times from him. But now it was in front of international crowd on DAZN. Conor McGregor's there. He's in pictures with Feldman. You know what I mean? That really boosted him. And now he's got that. You know what I mean? His face is out there. Mike Perry ran into a little bit of trouble too. So let's say maybe he's gotten knocked down a little bit. So now collision course. Now it's time. This is so perfect if they fight. It's perfect. They have to make this fight.
Absolutely. As a fight fan and as a diehard bare knuckle fan, this is like music to our ears. I'm telling you, dude. If they can make this fight, I fucking can. If they put it in Philly, oh my god. I hope the fight gods are listening and they make this shit happen.
Yeah. I think they are.
We heard it so many times, dude. A lot of things happened out in Marbella, and as we wait for Austin Trout, we do have to talk. Let's talk. Let's just shoot the shit.
Oh yeah, and real quick, let's thank Noah Lee for sending us some loot cash right now. Thank you, Noah Lee, for that. We appreciate it very much.
Yeah, that's very cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, Philly main event is going to be wild. I wonder what the Philly main event will be. I hope it's that. But anyways, dude, Marbella, we were out there. We got to see you guys. I hope you've been following all the posts that we did. We did a lot of interviews, and I know Tony was breaking our balls.
Yeah.
But we didn't interview a lot of people out there. There's just
I got a lot of pictures of Tony.
Dude, we got so many interviews with so many people. To be honest with you, we interviewed one person that actually fought that night.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of people on the show before too. So it's like we just go with the flow, man. But the great thing is that we got to meet a lot of European fighters, a lot of people from all over that we have never spoken to before, like Connor Cheerin, for instance.
George Thorpe, fucking Gary Fox, Nicole Schaefer, Johnny Graham. It was very cool to meet all those guys and girls, and it was a blast. We did talk to a couple of the the known female fighters on the roster. We talked to Britton and Jod and Jessica Borga, who's in the comments, I believe, right now. It was just it was such a whirlwind tour, dude. It was like we travel over there and like we hit the ground running the whole time. We're at the Rasha house, which we got to talk about the Rasha house.
Let me see if I can.
Our one of our main sponsors, the Rasha. Mike's got it on his shirt. I got it on my shirt here. They put on such an amazing couple day event at this huge mansion. And the first night, like Mike and I get invited to a dinner, and Howie was there, and Jeff Houston was there.
Yep.
Chris Lytle. There was about 15 to 20 people at this dinner.
Faria, Feldman.
Jules, Christine Faria, David Feldman.
Vegas Legs, Steph was there.
Yeah, Steph was there.
Finally talking to me, her. She was awesome.
Yeah, it was a great
new
time.
Friends we met.
Oh, but listen, dude, the dinner, you guys will appreciate this because you guys been riding with us for a long time, and you know what kind of stunads we are, right? So Mike and I get there, right, and they planned for like 15 people for dinner, but 20 people showed up, and we don't sit down right away at the dinner table, like the main table, so we don't get a seat at the table. They put us at the we were
sitting at another table.
We sat at another table, so we were like joking around. We were calling it the kids' table, right?
Yeah, that's what we called it.
It's me and Mike. It's our new friend Rafi, our new friend Charo from Marbella. Shout out to Rafi and Charo. Those are great, awesome people.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
There was the dude from BKFC Bulgaria sitting there, but they didn't have enough food for everyone because they had only planned for 15. So we got.
They still fed us though.
They did. They fed us.
They did. They still made food for us.
It was funny though, but we got the scraps on like the good stuff.
You got the scraps. You got the scraps, dude. They were serving like some serious shit there too.
Right, but they were like serving like steaks and shit, and like they brought like 4 pieces of steak. It was. I'm not complaining. I just thought it was funny because like I would have loved to eat and everything, but it was amazing. The meal was great. Rasha like unveiled some like new stuff. These new headphones, like
I don't know if we can talk about it.
Well, it's none of it's released, but he's like they have new stuff in the works.
They have new stuff.
Yeah, they have new stuff in the works. The Rasha Dome was set up the second night. They did the VIP party the second night. They had fire dancers. They had DJs. They had the ham on the leg. What the hell was that called?
It was called Iberico ham.
Iberico ham.
So if anybody has ever seen this before, right? It's just delicious. It is the most expensive ham in the world, and it is fantastic. They actually have a fucking leg, and they put it out, and they cut right off of that thing. It's amazing.
They were slicing it right off the leg.
It's so good. I thought I had the videos here. I'll bring some videos up as we speak because, man, that shit was so goddamn.
They had a sushi table, though. They had like a sushi table. They had the Iberico ham. They had hors d'oeuvres, like servers coming around with hors d'oeuvres, and they had all kinds of different great food, great drinks. Then they had the fire dancers come out. And then there was a dance party later on at night. Mike was out there showing everybody how to dance like Usher. Right, Mike?
Yes, I was dancing a lot. I was having a good time. I had a great time. I got to tell you. Here's the thing. The problem is that I think it was Britton. Britton was there. We got to meet her boyfriend. We did meet him before, but
Enrique.
we really got to hang out. We got to hang out. Yeah, we got to hang out a lot this trip because like we had a car. So they were looking, oh, we need a ride, whatever. We're like, oh, we'll come pick you up. Man, we had a blast with them. But anyways, later in the night, people are dancing and stuff. And she's like, who's going to dance? Blah, blah, blah. And Kyle's like, Michael dance.
Yeah. I was like,
he threw me right out.
I'm no dancer, but this guy over here,
he'll dance.
Yeah.
So then she's like, oh, you got to come dance then. And then Enrique's like, go and dance. You got to go dance. Britton says, go dance. Oh, damn it. Now I'm fucking on the spot, right? Like, I got to go dance. Oh man,
There's
I had a
there's
blast.
footage out there. There's
Yeah,
definitely footage.
Jules actually posted a bunch of stories.
Oh, did she?
Oh yeah, the day after I was watching them, I was like laying in bed watching them laughing because it's like everybody's dancing. It was like one me. Oh, like you see like Jared's there, and then you see fucking Faria's dancing, and then the next one you see feet like hopping around, and it goes up, and it's me fucking dancing. It's like, oh my god.
Howie
Hopefully
says he
nobody
has a
at home
video.
sees me. Oh, Howie's got some videos.
Dude, and then a third night in a row back at that house. Like after the event was over, we all go back to the hotel where the fighters are staying, and like everybody kind of like regroups in the lobby there, and then it's back out to the house. And Jer freaking ordered all kinds of pizza and chicken
Man,
sandwiches. The guy's the freaking man. I can't
him and Jules.
say enough good things about him and Jules. Those two.
It's
all
one of
the
those
thanks.
things where you don't know
Yeah.
what to say to somebody.
It's
Like, you
like
can't you can never really express the gratitude that you have for certain situations because you only have so many words. You can only say so many things. Like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is great. This is the best. But they can't feel how I feel about how good it is. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to like tell people that it was the best. Just put it that way. I'm still like, here's the thing. Oh, you know what? I got to bring this up. During work, this has nothing to do with Spain, right? We come back from Spain. 2 days ago, I'm sitting in my office and a guy walks in that works in the graphics shop at my work. And he goes, there's a leak in the shop and it's bad. And I look up from my computer. Me and the other supervisor, this guy, Brandon, we share an office. We both look up at this dude and we're like, what? And he goes, there's a leak and it's bad. Like he yells. And this happened in like 2 seconds. Okay, this whole thing. He runs out. We jump up from our desk. We run around out of the office and the double doors open up to this graphics lab. And when I tell you, there was an actual waterfall coming down from the ceiling. From one end to the other side, Kyle saw it. It was literally like it was a fucking like hurricane inside. A pipe burst and the water was going everywhere. And the alarm, we had to shut power down, run. And after all that, even I'm fucking pushing the water around and I'm still happy though. Like inside, I'm like, man, that Marbella trip was so good. Like nothing can get me down right now. It's fucking crazy. I got to put a video up about that. That was the fucking leak was crazy, but Marbella was that good, man. It was that
really
fucking
was.
good.
It was fantastic. Just to Anthony Camacho, our friend Anthony, in the comments section here. What are your thoughts on the Britain hair pull? We hung out with Britain. Listen,
we're actually with her when she was like defending him.
No, the hair pull was absolutely nothing. It was she was defending it. I think we were hanging out with her when she was answering that shit on the internet. Basically, it was playful. It was nothing. People need to get the fuck over themselves and stop and just put yourself in that ring, in that after party situation, and understand that everybody was having an absolute blast right there. And Connor was playing and she was playing too. Who gives a fuck? Right. That's what it comes down to.
It was fun. And she clearly was like, it didn't matter. So hey, if she doesn't care,
it's all love, man. Everybody there was having fun, and that's all it was. It was all in good fun. With that said, Mike, we got our last guest of the evening ready to come on right now. What do you say we bring him on?
Yeah, let's bring him on. And then you know how it goes around here, guys. Before we bring him on, we like to play a little bit of video. So I had some stuff. I put it together, and here it is.
His opponent holds an impressive pro boxing record of 43 fights and is undefeated in the squared circle at 2-0. He is the former junior middleweight world champion and your defending BKFC world welterweight champion from Las Cruces, New Mexico, by way of Houston, Texas, USA, Austin, no doubt, Try. The champion, Austin, dropped 164.6.
Yo.
Yeah. What up?
Welcome
I
back.
got a confession to make, Austin, is I didn't get to record when they announced you the winner. And then when I went to go pull it from BKFC app, it wasn't there because it's on DAZN.
That's right.
And I was in Spain, so I didn't have access to it.
Nah, man, it's
What
all.
an idiot.
Spain was live. I'm like homesick, but the opposite, I guess.
Yes.
It was incredible. We've been talking about it all night. We talked about it with Tony. We talked about it with Dave, and now we got you on here, another defending champion who went in there and did your thing again, man. And we talked about it before you went out to Spain. You came on this show, and I said, I don't know. It just seems like you quickly figured the sport out. And this time you went in there against a guy who had a boatload of bare knuckle experience. And once again, it was a tougher fight. Like Franco gave you a good fight, but you were pretty much in control 4 out of maybe all 5 rounds. I don't know, but it was competitive, right?
Right. It was fun to watch. It was fun to be a part of. But you look at that last round, and I got hit with a headbutt. Whatever he dished, I was able to take and absorb and dish back. I'm looking forward to the next one because someone's gonna be like, oh well, look, he did good in the 5th round, and maybe they'll try to do that from the 1st round.
Yeah, they'll try to pull a whole rematch out of a round. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let's see.
No, man.
But I'm looking forward to it. This shit's fun, man. It's really like exercising the warrior spirit for me.
You know what? We ran into Franco the next night. Not the evening of the event, like the after party. We all hung out at the Rasha house afterwards and had a blast. That was such a good time. The next night, Mike and I went out to the bar area down by the yachts at the port.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And we ran into Rico, and he nothing but respect, dude. He was like very respectful, and he was giving you your props for sure. He wishes it went a different route, but like he wasn't disrespectful about anything, man.
Yeah, he was fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Let's see, Baboon and Rico, or the Gypsy and Rico. He'll make a lot of good fights with a lot of other guys.
Yeah. So now you move to 3-0. You defend your title now. I'm curious to see what is next for you. We talked to Dave. We talked to Tony. They both made their next step very clear. Tony wants the rematch with Franco Tenaglia, which is absolutely necessary. That should have went to a 6th round for sure. So if we can't get 6, give us 5 more, right?
I'm glad it didn't go to the 6th round. Both of them, freaking gassed.
Did you guys see the strike count? The complete strike? I looked it up. I got it over here. It is 586 punches thrown between the two of them. Tony landed 234 and Franco landed 147.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Tony landed a lot more.
Tony landed like almost 90 more punches, almost 90 more strikes.
More. Wow.
Yeah. So
that's one that I too would love to see the rematch. I would love to get the winner of that, because really Franco is looking like lunch right now, son. And I can make 155 wonderfully. So that's what I want.
Can I ask you a question, Austin?
That rematch, I think he deserves it. Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that people can say that Tony or Franco Tenaglia were gassed or have no cardio if they went out there and threw 585 punches and landed 240 of them?
Absolutely not. That's insane cardio. I'm not doing that. Don't worry. I'm not doing all that.
You don't want to throw 300 punches in fucking 10 minutes?
I'm smarter than that.
Nah. We just lost him. We lose him.
Sorry.
Oh, here we go. No, okay.
And I definitely would wait to see the rematch, and I would love to catch the winner of that because that belt, especially from Franco.
Where were you?
I think I'd like that.
Where were you when that main event was going on? Were you in the back getting cleaned up and checked out, or were you able to make it out and see the
I'm gonna
fight?
have to leave and come back.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
All right. See, why are people calling him while he's talking to us? What the hell's wrong?
He's a popular guy.
Unbelievable.
He's a popular guy. People need to talk to him. They found out about the Palomino trout. They want to talk to him about it.
Hey,
They saw it on
hey,
the
I'm just going to say this. I'm going to throw it out there because a person that we know and love
Yeah.
did say that those, if those guys had a little more cardio, and my rebuttal to that is anybody that can go out there and throw fucking 385 punches in 5 rounds and land 243 of them has cardio, you fucking stunad.
What are you, some kind of stone on? Huh? What do you want? One of these?
What are you, a fucking stuna? You go out there and fucking throw 500 goddamn punches. Stoon. Yeah, maybe if you had a little cardio, you'd have a better record. Oh, 6-0 is not a good record going in there. 6-0, you fucking stunad. Whoever said that is a fucking idiot. Russ says, I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to say who he is.
I do love it. I love busting balls, and it's very good.
Nothing like busting balls. We're waiting for the champ to come back here. When he comes back, we'll bring him on. But we do have to talk to him about what is next for Austin Trout because and this is nothing against Luis Palomino. I don't want to see a rematch there. So I don't know what they do next. He's here now, so we can
Oh yeah? Okay.
Look at Lady Rain says, who the fuck said that? Tell me who the fuck said that. Let's go. There he is. We good now? You hear us?
Yeah, much better. My bad.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right. It's cool. Dude, hey, so like we just got done talking about that. We know what Dave Mundell wants. We know what Tony Soto wants, our first 2 guests of the evening. Now, what do you want? I mean, I can just tell you right now that and it's nothing against Luis Palomino. I just don't really have the need to see that one run back. At least not right now. It doesn't make any sense to run it back right away. It doesn't do anything for myself. Is that something that interests you? People are talking about it.
The only reason why it interests me is because, it's something to stay busy. Activity's great. And if that's a fight that could be easily made, let's make it happen, especially because he won't shut up, all right, bro. You don't get what you asked for. I don't know why you still asking for it, but that's not what I'm chasing. You know what I mean? An Eddie Alvarez fight sounds good to me. I could make Philly. I can make a Philly card, but I don't know if they want to throw me an Eddie in Philly. Let him get a win. Let's run it. Let's run it back in Europe. Rome, 2025.
Dude, man. Yeah, they're talking Italy, so let's go. I mean, fighting internationally is
fun.
Is special, dude. It's an adventure. You get to go out there, you get to win on international soil and have a freaking mini vacation while you're at it, right?
I mean, you call yourself a world champ, but when have you stepped outside of America to defend the world title? So that's I'm truly world champion. Me and Britain Hart were talking about it. She says, I'm a world champion. I want to go around the world and be a champion. And I felt that. I was like, you're right, champ. You need to go ahead and get her into Europe too.
She was dying to go to Thailand to fight. She wanted to go to Thailand and fight Fanny Palompi pretty bad.
Like a year ago.
At the time, they didn't want to send her there. And then they were going to send Fanny here, and then that didn't happen. So she ended up fighting in the States again, of course. But that's, she wants to go out there. Yeah. But I hear you. When you're out there though, outside of the fight, and it seemed like you were having a great time, right? And you kind of mind your P's and Q's before the fight, but after the fight, I'm sure you let loose a little bit. I didn't really see you drink at all, to be honest with you, but I really don't pay attention to what people drink, so I don't know. But I didn't see. I just saw you at at the party, but then you were gone. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know if he's actually enjoying it. Can you enjoy the time that while you're there, or are you too focused on what's going on?
No, I had a great time. Just and like, of course, before the fight, it's all business. You know, everything I put in my body, come out my body. It's got to be focused on performing. But at the party before the fight, you know, I just came to make, you know, say hello and check it out. Beautiful, man. The place is beautiful. I think I caught the fire dance.
Oh yeah, the girls dancing with the fire.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I had to get back, you know, get my rest, get ready to get back. I did do a session in the Rasha Dome, and while I was in there, I swear I saw, you know, the next night kind of play out how it did. Things I dropped them with, I saw that happen. So, you know, shout out to Rasha Revolution. Yeah.
It's weird how it happens when you're in there. I can't explain it to people, but it's just like you're not. It's like you're trying to focus. You're trying to focus. Like things are kind of settling down. But all of a sudden, you just get into like a meditative state, and it's almost like a picture's playing out, like a movie or something's playing out. It's really wild. It's wild, man. It is wild.
And they were on your shirt.
Yeah. Rasha is my sponsor, but more importantly, I got the technology at the house, not the dome, but I got the headphones, and man,
sick.
I'm gonna go and, you know, save humanity. Not that we need to. I'm just gonna
Team America. Fuck yeah.
Hey, that's right. Come.
Yeah, you guys never used the music. I was a little upset, but that's okay.
I don't know how that would have went over if you
imagine.
Like
that shit would have been funny as hell. Would have been.
It would. I backed out last minute with DAZN.
Just before you walked out, you were like, no, second choice.
Had you ever? He just went back to the Batcave again. He did it again.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. They need him. He's very, the people need him. He's busy. He's a busy guy.
Maybe the Rasha were like, you weren't supposed to talk about the headphones. What are you doing?
Yeah,
about the
that's what happened, actually, I think. Up here, yes. Hold on, we bring him back.
There you go.
I don't know.
You weren't supposed to talk about the Rasha headphones, so they took you off.
Yeah, I'm giving out the secret. It's not a secret.
Don't talk about it.
Hey, had you ever fought outdoors like that before?
I have.
You had
fought in the ballpark before, which was fun. You know, I fought, golly, on a dog race track. In a horse track. Yeah.
So fighting in an open air arena was nothing new to you, but I mean the scenery on that place, like that whole dome arena, was pretty fucking badass, right?
It's crazy, man. I'm geek for the Gladiator too, but I had to go back and watch the first Gladiator. I really felt that whole energy, and then, you know, it was a bullfighting ring. You know, from being from Las Cruces, New Mexico, you know, we're right next to Juarez, Mexico. And bullfighting was a big thing down there.
No way.
It kind of brought back a little flavor of home.
Nice. So you had been to a bullfighting event before?
Yeah, brutal.
I still haven't been to a bullfighting event.
I've seen him on TV.
A bullfighting arena.
It's sad. I ain't gonna lie.
Is it?
It's sad.
Yeah.
Dude,
I actually forgot we were outdoors. We were outdoors, but the whole time I was watching the fight, I didn't feel like I was outdoors. It was it's weird.
And it was, the weather started acting up a little bit, but it didn't.
Yeah, it rained a couple times.
It didn't bother. I mean, no one seemed bothered by the rain at all.
Nope.
Do you know why they weren't bothered? Because everybody that was sitting down on that red carpet floor, it was open bar all night.
Yes,
did you know that? I didn't know that until after the event.
And
they were like, people were so fucking wild at the end of that event, and we're like, man, there's some fucking fucked up people here. There was some, and they're like,
it was people laying down in multiple places.
Yeah, like they're like down on the floor there. Anybody down on the floor at the tables, that was all you can drink all night long. I was like, holy shit. They could not do that in the United States. No fucking way.
And then not a fight broke out either, huh?
Nope. Not that I ever
don't
seen.
think so.
I didn't see any fights at all. None. Actually, that's a lie.
Oh,
I got a fight on tape, and it was between 2 fighters. Did you see that? 2
Yes.
DK fighters?
It's on our Instagrams.
Oh,
It's on
okay,
our
I'm
Instagram. You can check that out. Yeah, that was early
Chase?
though. That was
That
early.
was early. It wasn't because of drinking. It was because they're 2 competitors, and they ran into each other in the bathroom, and they started fucking talking shit to each other, I'm sure.
See, I mean, and you know what? Europeans been drinking since they're like 10. They can handle this.
Yeah, you're right.
They're past fighting, and they just want to go to sleep.
Hey, you had a whole crew out there with you, right? Did you bring the whole like?
I have my 2 girls and my wife, and my best friend Tyler came out. Of course, my coaches. Yeah, man, I had a good little squad with me, and they loved it. Like I told Dave Cranston, I was like, look, I can't thank you guys enough because the treatment that we got was A1. My daughters, especially my 14-year-old, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to please her or even impress her. She thinks I'm pretty cool. She got to kick it with Kodak Black. She got to take pictures with Connor, you know what I'm saying? So she went back to school stunned. And
now you're the coolest dad on the friggin' planet.
I mean, she will never say it, but I see it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, did you guys go down to the port?
Back in that number 1 spot again.
Yeah, I'm back up there, man, like I used to be.
Did you guys go down to the port and like where all the yachts are at and the freaking car? Dude, like walking down that port is like a car show. It was absolutely insane.
My favorite car that I saw out there was like the old school 60 Mini. The old Mini. That was my favorite car. I took a lot of pictures because I have a Mini now, and I'm Mini Gang for life forever now.
Like Austin
I don't
Powers?
think I saw it.
That's my name. That's what I said. My wife was like, "Would you get a Mini?" I said, "What is my name?"
Austin.
What is my name? It's Austin. Yeah, baby.
Dude, I just showed my 13-year-old Austin Powers for like the first time the other day, and it was the fucking third one with the guy with the mole.
Yeah,
and he's like, "We're not supposed to talk about the bloody mole, but I want to talk about the bloody mole. It's right there. I want to chop it up and make some guacamole."
It's funny still to this day. Yeah, it's still funny.
It's so stupid. I love it. I love that shit, dude. I'm glad you went out there and you had a blast. I don't know what they do with you next. I don't know if it's Eddie Alvarez. I don't know if it's somebody else. I don't know if you drop down to 155 and you fight somebody down there. But
45 if I need to. I can do it. I can make 45.
Would you want to right now at this point? I mean, you're kind of
not really.
Yeah, dude. I mean, enjoy yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
It's gotta feel good not to have to cut too much weight.
It ain't gonna be fun, but I can do it. Is all I'm saying. We can make some fights.
Absolutely. There's some fights this weekend. You can watch those and get a little fired up. Yeah. Somebody in the comments said Bryce Henry down at 155.
That's what I was thinking.
That's fine. Bryce Henry, I think he knows that there's levels to this.
But and correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he just took a L in a boxing match the other day, last weekend?
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah,
I think
I heard it wasn't very good.
It wasn't pretty.
But I have not seen it. I just heard through the grapevine. That's all I heard. I haven't seen it. I didn't watch the fight or anything, but I heard it wasn't a good fight for Bryce. So hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll bounce back. But again, there's levels to this.
Every once in a while, you got to take a loss. Well, you can't go your whole life undefeated. I feel like if you never lose, you never learn. So
I feel like losing in boxing
from losses. Yeah, it was boxing.
Losing in boxing, you're a boxer, and it's like losing in fucking college football. Like you lose a game, and then that's fucking it. Basically, you're not gonna make it to the you lose a game. Like it's so serious. I feel like in boxing, and like you lose a fight, and it's just how it's been even lately. I feel like you know what I'm saying. Like you lose a fight, and it's like you lost the fight. That's it.
He's a bum. He's a bum.
It's fucked up. I don't understand it, man. It's fucking
like,
insane.
wait, who did I lose to? Oh, he's the pound for pound. Like, okay. What the fuck? Like,
where could we see that? Yeah, where could we see that fight? Does anybody know in the comment section? Was it televised somewhere, or is there video of it? Because I would like to see the fight. with
Yeah, I'm not
the
sure. I was
guy.
just trying to look it up as we were talking
But
about
anyways,
it.
man, I don't know if you going down to 155 and fighting a kid like that makes any sense right now, being that you're the champ at 165, and like what sense would it make to go down to 155 to fight anybody else other than the
But
champ at 155? So
makes no sense. And
maybe
I'm looking at Franco to not as of now. Soto gets that rematch. I think Soto will win that rematch, and he can keep his belt.
there you go. Well, we wanted to get you on here and just tell you how awesome that event was, and it was great hanging out with you for sure. If you want to throw any shout outs to anybody, you already shouted out Dave Cranston, and you said that those guys took good care of you. But take some time right now. Is your time.
Yeah, shout out to Feldman too, the whole BKFC. Again, Cranston, my man Nelson. Shout out to Nelson Lopez Jr. I wouldn't be here without him. He keeps helping build this whole thing. Shout out to my sponsors, USANA Supplements. They keep me looking young and fit. Shout out to Rasha Revolution. Manifesting the materialization it's all about.
There it is, man. It was a great fight with you and Franco. You proved that you are the top dog at 165 once again. I can't wait to see what they do with you next. Thanks a lot for coming on. Mike, you got anything else for Austin Trout?
You know what? Thank you for coming on. You made the show even better than it already was. I'll tell you, when Kyle said that we having all three of you guys on, I was like, damn, we're not one, not two, but three of them. They're all coming on. Fantastic. We haven't had an episode for 2 weeks because we traveled to Spain. We did a bunch of stuff. And then when we came back, we weren't going to do a show like the day we came back.
How's
you guys made this? What's that?
How's your jet lag?
It wasn't too bad because we never went to sleep. So we kind of on the same schedule. You know what I mean? Like I didn't go to bed till like 5, 6 a.m. So it was like the same time. We never really shifted.
Right. Like you're right though. When you go to bed at 6 a.m., it's like going to bed at midnight back home. So it's
which is when I go to bed. So we go.
That's perfect.
But yes. But thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you. Fantastic job in Marbella. Can't wait till the next one. Hey, maybe we'll all be in Italy before we know it. So thank you. And, you just shouted out Rasha. So everybody, why not give a shout out to our sponsor right here? We'll take it. We'll see you later and take care until the next one.
The Rasha is a true scalar plasma energy technology with the most advanced base 12 frequency collection that protects, enhances, and harmonizes the autonomic nervous system. This can help a soldier, athlete, or animal improve their training, endurance, recovery time, and overall performance while achieving the ultimate victory-winning mindset called consciousness coherence. Once in this state of consciousness coherence, a soldier or an athlete is able to advance his target focus to a level where it is completely in the now present moment with relaxation and stress release. The Rasha is where science meets consciousness.
The Rasha. Dude. Mike, if I asked you what was your favorite part of our trip to Marbella, would you have an answer? It's a hard question. I mean, the fights were amazing. The event was amazing. The energy that I felt during the Tony Soto Franco Tenaglia fight, I don't think I've ever felt energy like that at a live event before. That was absolutely amazing. Hanging out with new people like we mentioned Malcolm Baez and Rafi and Charo.
Yeah.
Amazing people. Hanging out with Britain and her sponsor and her boyfriend was really fun.
Yeah.
Meeting new people down at the port. George and his girlfriend Carrie was fucking great.
Fun.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if I could say I have a favorite part. If I asked myself the same question I just asked you, I would probably say standing there 30 feet from the ring with all the UK fighters there, watching that Franco Tenaglia Tony Soto fight go down was like the fucking coolest 10 minutes, coolest 20
awesome.
minutes of my life. It was so fucking awesome, dude.
It was really fucking cool. It was cool. I enjoyed being at the dinner and just sitting back on a nice, like, loungy couch and just chit-chatting and just looking out, like, surreal, like, beautiful surrounding. Everybody's just hanging out, relaxed. Like, I was just so chill at that moment. Like, I was, like, just looking out on Marbella. Just you can see all the lights and the infinity pool and just drinking. Everybody's fucking just having such a good time, relaxed, just cool vibes all around. It was great. I was so relaxed at that moment. I was like, man, I could do this every day of my life. It was insane.
Yeah, and people do that every day of their life.
Yes, they do.
Isn't that something?
They're called not the Poors.
Not the Poors. And I'm like, we went down to the port. We talked about it with all of our guests this evening. The cars, dude. The cars down at the port are like, you go to like a exotic car show at like Mohegan Sun or Foxwoods down here, and all the cars that they bring out to show are people's everyday rides out there. We're walking along the water there, and me and Mike stop and we look at this green Audi R8, and we're like taking a look at it. We're just standing there, kind of like looking at it as we walk by, and this guy goes, "Hey, hold on," and he like unlocks it. He goes, "Go ahead, get in it, or go in."
Yes.
And Mike's like, "I'm not. You open the door. I'm not opening the fucking guy's
Well, we
door."
kind of looked at each other
Yeah,
and we're like, what the fuck? So we like look back at him and he goes, "It's okay. I know who you guys are. I watch your show."
Yeah. He's like, "I like your interviews." It's very. We're like, "Oh, okay."
Like, wait, what?
Yeah. So he comes
okay,
out.
I guess we'll go over to the car.
So we're looking at the car, and as he comes out, and it's our new friend George. He was like, "Yeah, I was watching your interviews. You guys do a great job." He's like, "I was with Connor the other day," and we're like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is going on with our lives right now?" And this guy pulls up in a Lamborghini SUV. I don't know what it's
Urus,
the Lamborghini Urus or whatever it's called. Pulls up. Yellow Lamborghini, carbon fiber all along the bottom. Carbon
It was
fiber,
like hammered carbon fiber too,
it's
right?
so
Like,
badass. And he's like, "That's my buddy." He's like, he's taking his dog for a walk. And when he comes back, he'll open the car up for you. So the guy comes back and he's like, "Hey, unlock the car. Let these guys take a look at the car." So we're like in the fucking Lambo checking that shit out. It was just like, we kept looking. I'm like looking at Mike, like, what the fuck? How is this happening right now? And then like later on that night, we go out to dinner, and we go out and we get some food and drinks with like Britton and her boyfriend and her sponsor, and Malcolm Baez was there with some other dude, and then the other guy was like a soccer player or something like that, right? Like a Spanish, like he was
football.
Football. He played in Spain, but then like Jihad and his wife come out. So we all like as a group, we go from one place to the next place, and they're dancing and everything. Then we make our way down to the port, and who do we run into at the fucking bar called Joy? George.
Right. I just happened to be walking in the back. Were you out there with me? We were walking across the street and he was driving up and he was like, he stopped the car, rolled the window. And I was like, "Should I stop for a drink?" And we were like, "Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's go." And then he just came right in.
Yeah, it was so fucking
with his wife. I believe they're married. I don't know, but
yeah, Carrie is her name Carrie Marbs?
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck her name up, but it's just like the whole George is watching on Instagram right now. He's giving us the old he's giving us the jacked arms emoji. So shout out to George. We had a great time with him and his wife and their friend. And I mean, I can't say enough good things about the whole thing from the day we got out there. The press conference was fantastic, right? The press conference was absolutely packed. It was a star-studded event there. They had Forged Irish Stout everywhere. They had hookah people. There was like a new hookah sponsor that was set up there. That was cool. Then the next night, it was the it was the weigh-ins, and we're at the weigh-ins. That place is shit house packed. It's fucking absolutely insanely packed. There's fighters everywhere. Exhibit shows up. It's like a blast. Then the night after, then the VIP parties that night. Then we have that party. The next day, the event. The event could not go any better. Like the whole night. Oscar Willis versus Ben Davis was supposed to. Those two guys were like making jokes with us about how they're going to stink up the joint and make everybody else look better. They did great.
Right.
Dude,
I know.
Oscar looked great. Oscar looked really good. And Ben Davis got knocked down 4 times, kept getting back up, showed his toughness. I mean, he didn't fight so well, but
There you go. There's Oscar right there. There's
Dan
George
Hooker. Yep.
and Dan Hooker. Yep.
That's right.
And there's the cars on the right and left. There's the Urus on the left there, and the green Audi on the right. George's Audi on the right.
Yeah, as we're talking to George, Oscar and Dan Hooker come walking by.
I know.
Everything.
Everything
Was
was
hey
insane.
boys, what's going on, boys? So we're like, oh my god, this is fucking crazy. When do we get a picture?
Everything was nuts.
Mm-hmm. What a fucking trip, man. We got it. And now that now that Mike got his first stamp in his passport, he's got to
Yeah, I
start
got 2
collecting
of them now.
stamps, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 stamps in there.
2. We got one in Amsterdam too.
Yeah. Yep. On the way back, they gave us one. Look at here's George's car. There it is. Nice, man. Super nice.
Do you remember the first time? I think the first time you ever saw that car, I'm pretty sure was Iron Man. It was Iron Man. I think Tony Stark drove that.
I think I have another video of that car, the Urus.
Oh, Jimmy Sweeney made the trip. Yes, thank you, Howie.
Right.
I'm trying to remember all the things. Like we talked to Jimmy Sweeney, and Jimmy Sweeney told us, and when we interviewed him at the event, it's all pretty much all but done. They just have to agree on some sort of contract or something like that. But he said, I will be coming to the BKFC early 2025. So the legend himself, the 6-time BKB champion, is gonna freaking step into the squared circle. And when I asked him why, I said, is it just this? Did you just become a moment in time where things worked out that you can come over to the BKFC? Like, people have wanted you over here for a long time. Why all of a sudden is this the time? And he said that the BKB was bought by another company, and I don't want to fight in their ring.
Yeah, that is.
I don't like he said, I don't like their ring. I'm not going to fight there. I would like to fight inside this ring here.
He joins the likes of the Honorable Mike Hunold, who does not like the ring also. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. I just can't get it. I can't get with it, man. Can't get with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that there's not some cool fights, but I'm just not into it. Not into it.
We got to talk.
I go like the fancy sauce. Like, oh, I don't like that.
Nah, it's not for me. Nope. Dan Chapman. I'm going to tell you right now. Dan Chapman, was that 135 or 145? I'm trying.
I think it was. He's a
big boy.
It may have been 145.
I think it was 145. Either way,
I think it might be.
He was a champion at BKB, and he looked like a Terminator when he stepped in there on October 12th in Marbella. And if that is a preview of what he's bringing to the table when he toes the line in the BKFC, Dan Chapman is he's one to watch in that 145-pound division. And the 145-pound division is one of the most stacked divisions in the entire BKFC, and we've been saying that for a long time. You got Kai, Duran, HD, James Brown, Jimmy Rivera, and now you throw Dan Chapman in the mix. Good fucking Lord, that division is insane. Maybe maybe a return fight for Brian Duran. They're kind of built the same. They're kind of
Yeah.
built the same. They're like the same height. They're kind of built the same. They're both powerful punchers. That might be something. I wonder what they do with him in the future. And Hannah Rankin, we do have to talk about her before we finish up tonight. Hannah Rankin, would I don't know if like calling it a lackluster performance in her first fight with the BKFC is right to say, because she is a boxer and she did get the win and she went all 5 rounds. She showed.
Yeah, but I still think it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it wasn't what everyone thought she was going to come in there and fucking run through her opponent. So
it was her
now,
first fight in bare knuckle.
Yep, it was her
that happens
first.
to people.
And now that she's got one under her belt,
Yep.
I'm really curious to see what she takes from that, what she learns from it, and what she does next. Because we talked to Jessica Borga out there, and Borga wants her.
Oh yeah.
And that might be a tough fight. I mean, Borga only has one, right?
No, she has a couple.
She has 2.
Yeah.
She beat.
We
Sarah
saw
Click.
her fight. We
Yeah,
saw
Sarah
her
Click.
fight in Orlando, and then we saw her fight Katarina Lehner too.
Okay, so she has 2. She's 2-0.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Remember that fight? We were at
Yep.
Tom's Watch Bar. Tom's
That's right.
Watch Bar. I don't know.
So-
Was that the Richmond card? Richmond versus Lozano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the watch party. So I mean, it's that might be a big step, but the problem is for Hannah Rankin is there's not a whole lot of 145-pound females out there. So Jessica Borga has to pretty much
there isn't.
is next. So
Mhm.
if they make that Jessica Borga Hannah Rankin fight, it's very interesting. I'm interested to see what she learns and takes from the first one and parlays into the next one. And we'll see how that goes for her against Jessica Borga if they do book that. But unbelievable, man. So much stuff we could talk about here. You got some videos?
Yeah, I got this. I mean, I don't know how well it's going to come through because it's a big file, really big. I shot this in 4K, so I should upload some of these so people can watch them. But look at the view. Look how beautiful this friggin' country is. Look
Hey,
at
we
that.
got Eddie Alvarez watching
Very
over
bright.
there on
Very bright.
Eddie
Like,
Alvarez
look
is
at
watching on Instagram right now. Eddie Alvarez
in Philly.
The
Let's get it.
man. Philly is coming soon. We're excited to hear about that. And
I was. Can't
we
wait
had
for that.
Austin Trout on here earlier, and he's interested in fighting you, sir. So,
Yes.
And maybe Eddie Alvarez, Austin Trout might be something in the future for us BKFC fans. That would be sick. So shout out to Eddie in the comments there.
Yep. That's
And,
funny. He did say that. So he did say he wanted to fight Eddie.
You got any more? You got any more videos? Or you want?
Oh, I think I had a This might be the. Yep.
So I just wanted to thank
The
David,
chairs, all the
BKFC, and
background.
everyone to a wonderful partnership, and let's take over the galaxy, fuck the world.
Awesome, man. Cheers to that.
Nice little chairs right there. And then Houston had to put it. Is there any way we could turn down the music a little bit so I can hear that again?
Oh, that's good shit, dude. Yeah. Awesome event. Thank you so much to the BKFC and to the Rasha for giving us an opportunity to get out there and fucking travel the world a little bit. Mike, it was great. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was crazy. It was awesome. And hey, we're back and on to the next one. Don't know which one that'll be, but it's probably gonna.
Oh, how he does. I mean, real quick, James Lilly got beat up pretty good by Felipe Maya, and I think he had something going on with his body. I don't know. The shot to the ribs really hurt him, and then once he got hit in the ribs, and he fell into that fucking clinch, and Maya just destroyed him in the clinch.
Yeah, Maya looks so much bigger than him.
So much bigger.
So
I don't like,
much
dude.
bigger,
He
like,
looked like he was
way
two weight classes above him. I don't know
Yes.
what that was all about. I don't know if they're even in the same weight class. Where the fuck that was.
Something was odd about that.
But yeah, Lily looked tiny compared to.
It was like he was fighting way below his weight, and Lily seemed like he was fighting way above his weight. It was weird, man. Like, 'cause I don't know how it looked on TV, but in person, there was like they did not look like they belonged in the same division. So yeah. But
it was
Lily,
crazy.
we had fun with him too. We seen him a few times, and shout out to him.
He taught us a new word.
Good dude. Skag,
Slag. You fucking slag.
Say it. He said, "Don't say it."
He said, "Don't say it. It's worse than."
It's worse than it's worse than punt with a C, is what he said.
Yeah, he said it's worse than the C word.
That's what he said. He said a slag. Get out of here, you slag.
Fucking slag.
Every time we said it too, he'd be like, shh. Because we were like around like his friends and his like there was a bunch of girls like with his friends like wives and whoever like and every time we said it he was like shh, you can't say that.
Don't say slag.
Don't say it around the women. So it's so funny. I was like, oh, you're talking the word.
It was fucking hilarious.
I forgot about it too. So time to pop that out at work tomorrow. Someone's getting called slag.
Someone's getting called
very appropriate for work.
Hey, last thing we got to do here before we leave. Our shout out to our sponsor, Dynamic Life. Get your weight loss, your sexual health, and your anti-aging under control. Go to @LIV Dynamic on Instagram. Hit the link in the bio. Become a patient in just 20 seconds. And last but not least, the Rasha. We've talked about them all night long. The Rasha is it'll get your mind right. Get yourself into a championship mindset. All you got to do is go over to @Rasha Revolution on Instagram. Hit the link in the bio or go to www.therasha.com. And don't go calling people slags because it's not good.
Don't do it.
It's not. It's not good.
Don't even do it.
All right, Mike. We're gonna do a show tomorrow night. I don't know who we have on yet because we
got a bunch of people.
We do. Listen, there's an event this weekend.
Straighten this shit out, but we have a bunch of people coming on tomorrow.
Right. There's an event in Denver on Friday night, and unfortunately, we cannot be there. But after the weigh-ins tomorrow night in Denver, we are supposedly going to have a bunch of people on here.
Yeah.
And Mike and I will be right back into business. We're just kind of sliding back into business right now. It's been a couple of weeks off, and it's good to be back. Thank you guys all for tuning in tonight, and thank you to the 3 guests that we had on here: Tony Soto, Dave Mundell, and Austin Trout. You guys are awesome. Thanks for giving us some of your time, and thank you for the awesome event that you guys put on out in Marbella. And with that said, Mikey, you got anything else for the peeps?
Yeah, thanks, Noah Lee, and everybody else.
Later, you slags.
Perfect.